Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I'm bringing you an intro for my Panners Bingo Round 2. This was supposed to start in January, so I am a little late. So if you want to hear all about this project and the, lots of things that I'm rolling in, let's just go ahead and get on into it. Alright, so if you don't know anything about this project, it was created by Sienna. I'm sure I'm butchering her name. It's Pantastic Ladies collab. I believe her listed in the description box. Pantastic Ladies are always listed down there if it's a collab from them. This is supposed to start January 1st, but either I didn't know about it, didn't understand it, didn't think it was a cool project. All of the things back in January, but I really want to start it now, so we're gonna. They're gonna call out new numbers 10 days before an update every month. If your numbers get called, you choose a product for the prompts for those numbers. Bingo is achieved when you finish panning 5 of the called products in a row. That could be down, across, up, diagonal, all the things, like bingo. So, I picked card number 5. There are 5 cards. You pick a card. I will leave the Google Doc for the cards and the Google Sheet list for the prompts that go with the numbers for them to be picked. So I went through because I had to go through all of the lists because they're posting the call-outs for the numps like B10 on their YouTube every month in their community tab. So I went through, and first of all, this is what my card looks like. So the center is a mini or deluxe, and then that is what my card looks like. That's card number 5. Bingo number 5. So, because I'm starting late, obviously because I think people starting in January, you could bring in the mini or deluxe whenever you wanted, but obviously I'm going to bring that in now. And then just starting from January, out of all of the numbers that were called in January, I-27 and I-69, O-69, were on my card. Now, I wrote all these numbers down, but I haven't looked at the prompts yet because I figured we could look at the prompts together and then I'll pick products after the fact. So I-27 is spooky. I'm so excited for that. Which is name, color, packaging, etc. Spooky. Name, color, etc. Cool. O69 is favorite movie. Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna find to represent my favorite movie, because my favorite movie is the first Saw movie. So those are the only 2 numbers from January. From February's call-out numbers, we had G55, N38, and I-18. So G55 is used for an alternate purpose. Used for an alternate purpose. So, it's supposed to be one thing, but I use it for something else, I would assume. N38. A mini, not a sample. Okay. Got it. And I-18. A lip gloss. Got it. So then for March, I had G53, O63, and B5. So G53 was least favorite color. Least favorite color. Which, like, what even is my least favorite color? Because, like, that's so subjective. My least favorite color of makeup. I mean, we're talking about makeup, so yeah. I'm gonna have to think about that. O63. Bulky packaging. Got it. Bulky packaging. And then for B5, that's something that's a collab. Then from April, I just had one number. That was N44. Something that's necessary. Okay. That's interesting. And then May, June, and July, I had no numbers called from my bingo card. But August, I had I-16, B11, O61, and G56. So, I-16 is sheer. Okay. B11 is favorite season, which is fall. We're going to be pulling in lots of fall things. O61, magical. Okay. I think I know exactly what I'm going to pull in for that. A pretty single shadow. And G56. 5 sample. Jesus Christ. 5 samples. I mean, I have that, but like, my guy. Okay. So, I'm going to look these over. And bingo is achieved when you finish panning 5 of the called products. When you finish. But see, now, do you have to work on... Let me just check the rules really fast. Do you have to work on every product that is... You may choose to be strategic. You can choose to not pan a number if you don't think it will help, or choose to pan a number in hopes it will be called. Okay. I'm going to take a look at these. And then I will pick out products either for or not. I will discuss when I come back. Now, you're about to think I'm wild and nuts. Because I should probably put a lower usage on things because this project started in January. And it's September. But, like, the project doesn't have an end date. It's just going until you get a bingo. I don't know when... I think they go by Cici. But I don't know when they are going to stop calling numbers. I would assume when all of the numbers have been read off, they'll stop calling numbers. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But either way, I don't think I have a way to get a bingo on my current card. unless I'm looking at it like a dumbass. Because I circled all of mine. So, we're going to talk about it. But I have two kind of gimme things, but we're going to get into it. So, for the first one, which is that center mini or deluxe, I went with this little Jeffree Star and Morphe lip gloss. This is in the shade Star Crown, because I know I can finish these relatively quickly. This shade is going to take me a hot second, because the shade is ungodly light. But these are easy to pan. I have finished this size, like 4 of them. So that is going in for a finish goal. Yippee! For I-27, that was something spooky. Damn it, I put all of my stuff on top of this. Yep, everything roll off. I only brought 2 palettes in because Lord knows I'm working on absolutely enough palettes. So, for spooky, this is the palette I wanted to wear on my birthday anyway. This is the Bella Beaute Bar, right? Yes. The basic witch palette, which looks like this. To me, this gives spooky vibes. This was in my fall palettes because it's spooky. It's not fall. It's spooky vibes. It's very purple, but I want to no pan left behind this. That is my goal. Shades a little flaky. The shades in here are a little flaky. But I see a couple looks. That's going to be my goal. And yeah, I'm excited because it's a pretty palette. And I wanted to get some use on it. I want to use it for my birthday, which is October 9th. So, for 069, we have favorite movie, which I said was the first Saw, the Saw franchise in general. Now listen, because I was like, I could roll in just something red for the blood that's in the movie. And I was like, no. And then I was like, well, I could roll in something white because the first movie takes place in a bathroom. And there's a lot of, like the white tiling, the white toilets, there's the white tubs. But I was like, that's lame too. I was thinking outside the box, so just hear me out. There's a scene, and this isn't really a spoiler. Also, the movie's been out for like a decade at least. Don't quote me. It's like, I think it came out in like 2004, so I think it's been out for 20 years now. There's a scene in the movie where they turn off the lights and they see a glow-in-the-dark thing, and he turns them back on really fast. And he's like, wait a minute, turn those back off. And they see it because the lights, having been on, charged up this, like, glow-in-the-dark paint. So, that's technically like a chemical reaction because it's glow-in-the-dark paint. So, I went, it's a stretch, with the Youthforia blush in the shade Chemical Reaction. I've never used this. It was decluttered to me. But I know that it's a pH changing blush. Has no scent. Which I like pH changing blushes. It's one of 2 in my collection. Ooh, it's getting pink. So, but for that, anything that's not a finish goal, I have a 50 use goal on. Because I feel like this shouldn't just be a quick and easy, wanna hit your goals to try to hit bingo on. Like, I feel like this should be a long haul project, and I don't have very many of those. So this is gonna be one of them. 50 uses. For G55, used for an alternate purpose. And I'm going with, this is from Makeup Revolution and Beetlejuice collab. And so, this is a mascara. It is a green mascara. It's a meh mascara, but you know what it's really good for? Your brows, to do green brows. So it's used for an alternate purpose. I much prefer this as a brow mascara than an actual mascara. So my goal is going to be to finish it, especially because it's right about to be spooky season. I want to use it a whole bunch, use it till it's done. For N38, a mini that's not a sample. This is literally in my current, like, I've been using this every day since I got it because I love it so much. This is a mini of the Nude Sticks Nude Fix Concealer in the shade Nude 1. It's on my eyes today. I love it. As soon as it's gone, I want the full size. It's so good. This is a beautiful brightening shade for my under eyes, but it's not too bright. It's phenomenal. I want to finish this. I don't know how much is in here because, like I said, ever since I've gotten this, I have used it every single day. But I want to finish this guy because it is just a little mini. How much is in? There's only 3 mils in this one because not all little minis have the same amount, but there's 3 mils in that one. I-18, a lip gloss. So I'm going with my plumping lip gloss that's been sitting on my desk. This is the Hard Candy Max Pout. It is a menthol-y plumper. And I want to finish this because that's why I pulled it out to set on my desk anyway. So I want to finish this guy. For G53, your least favorite color, I really had to rack my brain on what my least favorite color in makeup is. So I opened up my ColourPop drawer because I have like every color of the rainbow in there. Blue, like gray blue. These shades that look like they should be gray. But when you put them on your eye, when you put them on your eyes, they turn like a denim blue. These shades I don't like, because I like blue. I like gray. I don't like this gray, blue, I don't know what it is. So, I want to No Pan Left Behind this Baroque palette as well. And the reason why I'm putting a slightly easier goal on just the palettes is because if you could see how many palettes I'm working on right now, that's a topic for another video. So, for 063, bulky packaging, and I was gonna go with a palette, and I was like, go look through your collection, dumbass. Highlighter, this guy, that's very big, bulky packaging. I love this, though. This is the Too Faced highlighter. I don't have the shade name on it. I should write it down. Please, Mir, may I help? You're not getting water time right now. But it is the one that flashes green. So I will swatch it for you. I guess I could have swatched the concealer. I'm not swatching out the palettes, though. There's the concealer, but and then, like, I'm not swatching out a mascara. Or the lip plumper, because I'm not going to have my hand be plumping. But there's the highlight, and that's gorgeous. 50 times use goal on the highlighter. So now, for B5, because the B column had less circled than all the other columns, I'm not going to worry about column B. Because you don't have to work on every prompt that's called. I don't think I'm going to get a bingo in column B. I'm not worrying about those prompts. So for collab, didn't even pull something. And then for B11 favorite, didn't even pull something. Because I don't think that's going to help. Not doing it. At least that's how I'm interpreting how you do it. If I'm wrong, so sorry. N44, necessary. And I pulled in, this is the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. This is the loose one that I have in the shade Translucent because I set my face with powder every day. I have oily skin, so every day. I want to finish this guy. It's like a deluxe size because it's not a mini, but it's got 8.5 grams. I currently am working on this little Ace Boutique, because like this is a mini, and I just pulled the stopper out of it, so as soon as I'm done with this I'll start this one, but I'm not too worried about it. Blaze Mirror, stop. So somebody let me know, like if I have to work on every prompt, I will roll something in for B5 and B11, but if I was reading that correctly, I do not have to. Also here, I can swatch the powder. It is just translucent though, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous powder. It doesn't give any flashback. That's just a very concentrated swatch. I wish you could still get this powder because it's very nice. Almost as nice as the pressed powder version, which I'm wearing today. For I-16, that is sheer, so I went with my Tula skin tint. This is the Radiant Skin Brightening Serum Skin Tint with sunscreen, SPF 30, because I want to finish this. It's in the shade 05, something with sunscreen. Like, that's absolutely gonna, like... So, the only things in my collection that I actually pay attention to their expiration date are mascara and things with sunscreen, because, like, the sunscreen is what's expiring. So now listen, I know that that looks a little dark, but because it shears out, it's actually such a nice shade. I wore this for 5 days in a row for a prompt for a different project. I already filmed that update, and it was so nice. Like, if I was, because I got this in a BoxyCharm, and they did a really good job. Like, they did. If I was going to go repurchase it, I would go a shade lighter because I could, but it was really good. 061, Magical. So I went with this liquid shadow because, like, I was looking at single loose shadows and I was like, what kind of, like, I'm not going to finish a loose shadow. That's a wild goal. So then I was looking at, like, my pressed glitters and things, and I was like, well, I could do a hit pan goal on those, but, like, do I really wanna? So I'm bringing in this liquid shadow. It's from Charmacy, and it's OVIP, and it's the shade 6. And it is... So, it's a duochrome. I'm looking at it, I see green gold, and then you guys are gonna see pinky purple. And again, 50 use goal on this guy. Because why not? I have a whole drawer full of stuff, again, to work on now. And then last but not least, we had G56, which was 5 sample size items, which was kind of hard for me to pick from because most of my sample size items are little sample foundations, and I was like, I don't want to just roll in 5 sample foundations. I think that's kind of lame. Let me just get these off. Wow, that really stained my hand. That's nice. So, I'm rolling in from Peace Out. This is their Instant Pore Perfector. It is a primer, because that's nice. I'm rolling in 2 foundations. So I have the KVD Balm foundation, because I have a full size of the serum foundation, but this one's the one that comes in the pot, the balm. And this is a shade lighter than I have in the liquid. I have 12 in the liquid. This is shade 10, which I have been eyeing, so we got this guy. I do have one more foundation. This is the Kosas Revealer Concealer in the shade 4.5N. This is light medium with subtle pink tones. I had tried, because I've already used one of these before, it was the shade, one shade lighter in the neutral tone, which their neutral has pink undertones. How is that neutral? But it was the one shade lighter. It was like 3.5N. It made me look like a ghost. Oh dear God. It was so, oh, I was so pale. So I'm hoping that this shade, even though 4.5N and like it looks dark, that it'll be a good shade. And you get, like, you would think with this little like baby foil that there'd be nothing in here. There's so much product. I think I probably could have gotten 2 faces worth. So much. And then for my last 2 samples are from the same card. These are the Glossier Cloud Paints. So I have left the shade Haze and the shade Dusk. And these really do give you enough to do a whole face. The way that I do it is I open the sample up and I drag my brush across the whole thing. And then that's enough to do both cheeks. So I'm doing that as 2 separate samples. I hope that you don't mind that because I do get 1 full face out of it. So I hope that that's not a cop-out. And I've used the shade Dusk before. I want to buy that in a full size, but I'm very excited to try Haze. But out of these 2, I've already done a little speed review on it. Puff was garbage. It didn't show up on me at all. But Beam was so pretty. I would buy Beam. I feel like Beam is pretty close to Dusk. Like, tone-wise. Like, obviously it was lighter. But you can even see very similar tone. But I'm so excited to try Haze on the skin. Like, with what I'm working on, that's going to be so pretty. But that's going to do it for the Panners Bingo intro. She hasn't rolled in or called the numbers for September. This is, like, as of the numbers that were called for August. So I don't know if, like, we're done with calling numbers. I don't know, because it doesn't say what day. It just says as of a month ago on the community tabs. So I don't know if we're done. I don't know if I'm just a dumbass on the day. I don't know. So hopefully in October, I'll be able to tell you more, give you a better update, all of things. Maybe I'm just underprepared. Maybe I'm just dumb. That happens. But that's going to do it for my intro and all the things that we are bringing in. I appreciate you being here with me. Any questions, comments, concerns? Hopefully I can help down below. I love chatting with you there. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!